Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Your Call, a series where we ask you what you would do on some difficult bidding problems. Today, I am joined by Sriram, who has been playing for a total of about 6 years. We played in Louisville together in the 0 to 2,500 Swiss, and I had an absolutely amazing time with him. He is an absolutely amazing partner to be playing with. He's great at bridge, and when you make a mistake, he's just like, it's cool. We're great. And I very much appreciate that. Some other results that Sriram has had: he came third place in the 0 to 10K mixed Swiss in Chicago last year. And he's representing District 19 in the GNT A's. So you will be seeing him in Toronto. You might have seen him at tournaments with his signature deerstalker hat, also known as the same hat that Sherlock Holmes is quite popular for. So if you've seen someone walking around with that, it's probably Sriram. I wanted to ask you about your introduction to bridge. What got you into bridge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Back in 2018, I was still in college doing my undergrad. I was doing a computer science major at Georgia Tech along with a math minor.
Mm-hmm.
And as part of my major, you can choose like two of eight areas to specialize in. They call it threads over there. One of mine was, theory. So
Mm-hmm.
there were already a lot of math courses there. So now I was running into an issue because I couldn't count math courses for both my major and my minor. So I was running out of math courses to choose for my minor because a lot of them were counting for my major. And
Oh,
that is
interesting.
when and that is when Math 4803, which is also special topics, is introduced once every year. The course content changes every single year. And this year, as it turns out, it would become the mathematics behind bridge or something. That was the name of the course.
Oh my gosh.
And at the time I was thinking, well, I don't know if I could probably take it just, just to count it for my minor. It'll be probably a course with not too much effort. Also, the TA, the teaching assistant for that course, and a lot of my friends, and was one of my best friends, and a lot of my friends, free bridge, also were taking the course. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just take the course, and we'll see what happens. And I don't know, one thing led to another. From that course, I was like, oh, this game's not bad. I joined the Georgia Tech Bridge Club after that, and I guess 5.5 to 6 years later, here I am on this call with you.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Like, school is teaching bridge stuff as like accredited courses. I don't know,
Yeah.
that just has me super excited, and I'm super happy that that's what brought you in, because I wouldn't have been able to play with you or play with you in any other event. So thank you for joining me today. And are you ready for a bridge problem?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. So, this is your hand. You are the second to bid. East has the first bid, and you are south. We are playing imps. We're all vulnerable. Okay, so the interesting bit starts from the very, very get-go. We have a 2 no trump opening from East, and it is not the 2 no trump you would expect. It is actually a version of unusual 2 no trump, showing both minors upon the opening, and it is actually alerted as around 0 to 6 high card points. So it's a preempted, unusual 2 no trump opening. So it's your call.
Well, Thor already has like what 5/5 minors probably or something, and just pretty much a garbage hand. We have a lot of points over here, so we're gonna have to take a call. So our options could maybe be like just doubling to show points. We could
Mm-hmm.
also just
Mm-hmm.
gamble and bid a minor, bid a major, whatever that might mean, or bid 3-0. I think double's probably the most flexible. We are sort of like takeout oriented. We're happy if partner can just bid a major.
Right. Okay.
We're also happy if partner can bid 3-0 Trump. We're also happy if partner decides to just let it in. And
Right.
there's no reason to commit to anything at this point. So I think I'm just going to start with a double
Okay.
and
Double.
see where we go.
Double, just showing generic points. First, I acknowledge that double is your call. However, if you were to like kind of generate a system and your partner and you would both be on the same wavelength here, I'm just curious, like in other situations, isn't double like over a Michaels or 2 no trump bid often kind of saying I can penalize one of their suits or something similar to that? But in this context, that isn't particularly helpful, right? Because it's a preempt.
Right. I think it's really important that we also need bits to usually show both majors at this point. So I
Oh,
think the
yes.
common treatment is keep three hearts and three spades as natural and three clubs as three diamonds as kind of major-oriented bids, maybe showing one suit over the other.
Okay.
So I think double is just reserved for a lot of hands. You can always pass in double later with I guess hands which are less interested in penalizing them. So yes, there is also some penalty intent carried, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more rigid. We're just trying to show points and tolerance for both majors.
Right, right. And so you were saying that the minor bids, maybe like three clubs, would be kind of something like unusual over unusual a little bit, except you're kind of like showing five card suits and stronger than before. Like, would you be expecting it to be stronger than, let's say, if you were playing unusual, where the lower suit shows the lower suit? Let's say three clubs would be showing hearts, a stronger version of hearts than bidding three hearts, or am I going off a completely different wavelength? Are you keeping things a
Um,
little bit more
I
ambiguous?
I think it's not exactly the same. I think three clubs and three diamonds should show both majors, probably undiscussed.
Okay.
Except that three clubs would probably show a preference for hearts, saying my hearts are better than my spades, or maybe they're equally
I see, I
strong.
see.
And three diamonds would probably be like better spades than hearts. Of course, this is assuming no discussion. I'm playing with a first time partner, and
Right.
this bid is just thrown upon us, and we can't discuss. But the single suited hands, I think we just bid our major and call it.
Yeah, bid our major and call it. So we decided on double, which is just kind of generic strong hand. And at this point, pass. Okay, we're going to splinter off into some different realms here. This is going to be kind of like a point where partner could bid some different things and see what we would do differently. So the first call that partner could make here is 3 no trump. Okay,
Okay.
that's a simple one. If partner bids 3 no trump, what do you think they're trying to say, and what would you do after it?
Trump is an interesting call here. It's kind of strange to me because I think partner with most hands should probably just pass Trump. I mean, should just pass the double because they're in a forest. We might be able to pick them off in three of a minor. And Trump
Mm-hmm.
is probably suggesting that they don't have interest in playing four of a major, so they have minor cards. So I guess maybe they just are concerned that they cannot set three minor double more than two or three, and they just think playing 3-0 is probably just a practical spot, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time placing such hands like that. Maybe their stoppers are more soft, like maybe king third of clubs, jack fourth of diamonds, and like random major cards here and there. That's my Torino Trump is probably just clearly to play opposite most hands.
Right.
So, but again, I don't really like this bid because I feel like with almost all
Agreed.
those hands which I mentioned, we should just be passing Torino Trump double and
Yeah.
be looking to pick them apart.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, was what would you do? What would pass be showing? And if we passed and let's say they bid like three clubs, what would we do? Um, so right, the 3 no trump is definitely an odd bid. You've got to have stoppers, but like, why wouldn't you be trying to penalize these people
Exactly.
who are going too far? So pass is kind of more. It's kind of a like a blatant trap pass in a way. I mean, almost a
It is,
nearly
yeah.
guaranteed trap pass, right? So
Yep.
if we passed, and if North had passed, and let's say it goes, they're going to bid three clubs. If we pass 2 no trump, we're extremely happy, right? That's a big smiley face. They're not going to do
Yeah.
that.
I would be surprised if that happened. Yes.
Hmm. And the East hand, they, if they had no preference, maybe they would like redouble. If they have preference, they probably bid the suit that they have preference for. So let's say they would bid three clubs in this situation. If they bid three clubs, what would you be doing here?
This comes down to what our doubles mean at this point. I
Mm-hmm.
know this is an uncommon situation that I think most partnerships would find themselves in because this is again tuna trump is not a common treatment in the U.S. But in these kind of situations where it's like maybe let's like as a completely different option. Let's say even like a spade, two spades, sort of being Michaels, and now a double. Now there's some agreement. Now you can have agreements as to like is the first double takeout or penalty, and what is
Mm-hmm.
the second double? Is that takeout and penalty, and so on. And I know a lot of good partnerships also have agreements over like one suit double redouble, basically in the sequences where we've shown penalty interest, what the first double and what the second double means. And usually in like newer partnerships, I like to have the agreement that the first double is takeout oriented and subsequent doubles are penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, in this hand now it's kind of interesting because you're happy to play three clubs double, but you're
Right.
also happy to take out because you're four trip and you'd almost rather be defending three diamonds double as opposed to three clubs double. Just looking at the quality of your minors.
Correct.
that said, I wouldn't be opposed to just doubling and just hoping partner passes. I also wouldn't be opposed to just passing and letting partner double.
Right.
And again, this also comes back to how takeout oriented partner took our initial double to be. I think undiscussed, I would probably just double because, again, I'm not sure what they would take double as, and I don't want them to play it on doubled.
Right. This doesn't necessarily hurt us. If partner passes, we're happy because they have the judgment to pass. If partner bids something, then they probably most certainly have their bid. It's kind of a catch-all. You're trying to, especially with no agreements, right? So I think that double is great bid here. So if it goes pass, partner probably would bid for hearts, let's say. I don't know. For hearts, or they would pass. Either or, I think that pass is probably going to be the most effective. We're going to say we successfully got to 3 clubs doubled, which is great. All right, so another little scenario that I was curious about is what if at this point, partner bids one of the minors, let's say partner bids 3 diamonds. What now? Now we're getting deep here, I know, but I'm just curious. What are your thoughts?
This might be unusual over unusual. Partner had the option. Maybe I would probably take this as just partner has a good spade suit. Maybe partner has a good spade suit, too good to bid 3 spades. Maybe not. Maybe they're scared of bidding 4 spades. Maybe they're too strong to bid 4 spades, or they just want to make sure that we actually have support in spades. They don't want to bid this opposite what might be a singleton or what might be a doubleton or something, because we will have to sometimes double with a doubleton major or something.
Mm-hmm.
So partner showing like a good hand so I would take this as just a good hand with spades, and 3 clubs is a good hand with hearts. Given that 3 diamonds was bid showing a good hand with spades, we could bid 3 spades. I'd probably just bid 3 no trump at this point because I have good stoppers in the minors. And partner could always bid 4 spades after that in case they have like 6 spades or 5 spades or something.
That was some curiosity. Maybe there's some argument to not wanting to just say 3 hearts, which is a minimum. Partner could have nothing here, although in context that seems quite unlikely because West didn't take a call. Right. So it could also just be kind of like wanting to keep 3 no in the picture as opposed to jumping to 4 hearts or 4 spades, right? So
another possibility, actually, now that I think about it, is it could just be like it could be just be looking for 3 no trump and just showing a stopper. But again, I think with that hand they should be passing, probably not that. So this should be just showing like spades and a really good hand, I think, because they don't really care to defend 3 of a minor at that point. That's kind of like what they're seeing when they bid.
Right, we're kind of trying to keep slam in the picture more than game, because if we had game, we probably want to be playing in 3 of a minor doubled, right?
Or they might just bid 4 spades directly and call it a day.
Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting is simply what we're going to call it. So I think the final auction of what would happen here is it would go double, pass, and they would bid their suit. They would bid 3 clubs, and we would double, and it would go pass, North would pass, and East would pass. So I think that this is probably our final auction. It makes the most sense in the context of all of our discussion. So partner's hand is King third, King Jack fourth, 3 small, Ace Jack third.
Wow. This is going for a telephone number.
Yeah, it's going for quite a few digits. The opponents actually on this hand have they've got a total of 11 points between
13
them.
Points. Oh wait, we had 17, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bad. You're going to get at least on the actual hand, you're going to get a heart trick, you're going to get at least 2 club tricks, you're going to get 3 spade tricks, and you're going to get a diamond trick, and there's probably more to come after that. If you initially draw trump, it's hard because you're mirrored distribution, so no roughs are ever going to be coming in.
Right, but we want to prevent the diamonds from getting roughed.
Right, so we would lead the trump, and in the end we would get two diamond tricks, we would get 3 spade tricks, we would get a heart trick. Because one of the hearts in the long hand are singleton, and we would get 2 club tricks most certainly. So what is that? Plus...
This is at least plus 800, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes more, because we might be able to just tap declare after we pull 2 rounds of trump.
Well, yeah. 3 clubs doubled is definitely the spot to be, as opposed to 3 no trump or 4 hearts, which only score so much, and there's no slam here whatsoever for you.
All right, the
So,
king of clubs is offside.
hmm
So yeah, we're not making any slam. So what actually happened on the hand?
yeah, yeah. On this hand, how the auction actually went is East open to no trump, right? And then our hand passed. It went then three clubs showing preference for clubs, right? And then it went double by our partner. And then it went pass. We bid three diamonds, which I presume is kind of like a generic strong hand, right? You know, it's stronger than just bidding a suit, right?
Right, because we don't have a three clubs queue available. So three diamonds is pretty much the only cheap queue we have available. Four clubs and four diamonds are probably they bypass three now. So
Right.
maybe our hand thought slam was in the picture. We have a really good hand after all.
Yeah, makes sense. So it then went three hearts, and then it went four hearts by us, and it went pass pass pass, and with our actual hand, how it went, they just made four, because you lose the diamond, you lose a club, and guess you guessed hearts wrong. But the
Yeah,
hearts do split 4-1, so maybe that's makes things a little bit harder, but I'm not seeing it.
maybe you lose the heart. Maybe you lose the heart always. I mean, it depends on the spots. Who has the nine and eight of hearts?
Mm-hmm.
That said, I think this hand actually illustrates an important point because if you look at partner's hand again, partner had a regular 12 count or something. I think partner should be passing three clubs 100%. So
Mm-hmm.
and if we chose to pass our and if we committed to passing our hand initially, they're just going to play three clubs undoubled, and three clubs undoubled is not going to be a good board at match points or ends for that matter. Like we
Yeah.
might just take it two or three off and I know and thankfully they're red over here, so we will actually get some number, but it could be. But in 150 is not the board the score we want to be bringing back. So I think that shows all the more importance for just doubling, all these preemptive bits with these hands with points, just so that
Mm-hmm.
you can get values across, and now you can have a better auction.
Right. Wow. Totally makes sense. And we ended up in some very, very different places just off of this. And every bid branches off into a whole new discussion on what bids mean. But yeah,
Right.
I'm always interested by these auctions where you're showing two suits, because you have two suits to be Q bidding on, and it has completely different definitions. So yeah, wow, interesting stuff. So, yep, good bidding, and I enjoyed this discussion. I always love to hear your thoughts, especially in obscure situations like these. And we're able to logic it out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This
um,
was a fun problem.
that was this hand. Um, Lots and lots of fun. Um, Thank you very much for your time and joining us on It's Your Call, Sriram. I had a great time, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well.
I did, yeah.
Okay, everybody, what a hand that was. What an interesting opening preempt showing both minors. I'm curious what all of your thoughts are. What are your system suggestions to deal with this unusual 2 no trump preempt opening? Do you agree with everything we said? We said a lot of stuff in here, like what's unusual versus unusual. Should double just be showing values, not necessarily interest in not, it has some penalty interest oriented, as Sriram was saying. Would you consider passing with this hand? Yeah. What contract do you think you would get to into the end? Would you get to the three clubs doubled? Would you get to a four hearts contract? Would you get to the three no trump contract? Do you agree that any hand here that is strong with the north hand, should they be passing the two no trump when it goes two no trump double pass? Should we be passing here with pretty much any strong hand to keep the auction open for us to be penalizing them? Or is three no trump a call? As Sriram said, three no trump doesn't really seem like a call, because if you have three no trump call, maybe you would probably much rather be playing in three of a minor doubled. So lots of interesting stuff here. Let us know all of your thoughts down in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, please leave us a like. We want Bridge to get filtered into the algorithm a lot more, so hopefully we can get a lot more people exposed. And if you have been enjoying all these It's Your Call videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the ACBL YouTube channel and hit that notification button so that you can be let know whenever we post. It's Your Call is posted every single Tuesday. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Keep on bridging, everybody.